Hey everyone, it's your boy Matt. Just making a video as a personal update and also sort of for the purpose of setting reasonable expectations regarding myself for other people, mainly military people, okay? So as a kid, I grew up playing Call of Duty video games. I had a little bit of military romancing. They try and put us through this process as young people, so we end up enlisting and doing things. I did what really was the equivalent of a Navy gap year. It wasn't because I wanted to have a Navy gap year, it's because the Navy decided, nah Matt, we're giving you a gap year now, fuck off. And as a person who's now an adult, and as a person who could now very competently do the job which I was not able to do as a 19-year-old, that was Seamanship officer, as a midlife crisis, that's the kind of thing that I'd return to. Like, you know, when you're a kid, like your midlife crisis, you've gone through, you've achieved all the things that you needed to, you've had your career, you look at your life and you're like, do I want to reset a direction? People often look back at what they wanted life to be when they were younger, and they go, oh, okay, I'm going to join the military or something. Now, that's not really a practical idea for me, because I have all this political stuff going on with the military, and if I do that, it puts me in a situation at this exact time where I would be in a very vulnerable position. Because I'd have the Defence Force Discipline Act, I'd have people with authority who would be able to make my life hell if they wanted to. It's just not a good idea. Now, but if I was to have a midlife crisis, and if I were to rejoin the military, it would be as a seamanship officer, okay? It's because it's work which I understand, and it's something which I can do with my body. Like, I've fucked up this body, man. Like, half the ligaments are snapped. I'm not doing army. And I talk about special forces and these things because if I had all the time in the world and a body which wasn't broken and a sense of direction which I don't have, I get lost all the time, and a big part of special forces is land navigation, and I don't think I'd be very good at it. I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm bad at, and land navigation is something I'd really struggle with, and that's one of the most important things that they select for special forces. And I've talked about what we could do with special forces. I've done that as a person who's trained in psychology, okay, and trained in work psychology and these things. Like, I say that I'm a Sam Harris who could overthrow a government, and I agree with that. But if I were to do that kind of work, it would have been with ACES. And put plainly, I've got way too loud of a mouth for them to even consider me. And I don't really want to do that. I want to work as a psychologist. And if I were to have my midlife crisis, it would be going back to Navy and doing seamanship in small boats. And if I really wanted to gun for it, it would be submarines. I just know what I'm capable of. I know what I would struggle with. And while I might have fantasies or think it would be really cool to do special forces stuff, I know my limitations. And I know what kind of relationships I can have with my management where I wouldn't have trouble, because I'd be able to perform very well as a seamanship officer if I wanted to do that as a midlife crisis. And I know if I went into special forces, my body with all of its little nagging injuries would give me hell. And if I was to do land nav, there'd be a whole lot of problems with it. I'd get lost all the fucking time, okay? Right, there's these little things, there's all these, it's a complex job. I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm bad at, and I have a lot of respect for people who have a different skill set to me. And I think they respect me for my skill set, but they need to understand it's a different skill set. This all being said, I hope everyone has a lovely day. I've enjoyed the attention. I think I get a little bit of attention from the Special Forces people because of the advocacy I've done for them. And it's been advocacy. I advocate for people all the time. That was most of my job when I was working in the NDIS, was advocating for participants to make sure they got the resources they needed. Similarly, like with the special forces and the army, I've been advocating for better treatment for them because I'm part of that cultural group, and these are people who I see myself as being able to help, and so I have helped. And I hope this video clears some things up. I hope everyone has a lovely day. I've enjoyed the attention. I thrive on the attention, which is another reason why I probably shouldn't be doing spooky stuff. Right. Have a lovely day, everyone.